Hello friends, today I will be going to start very important topic, mechanism and machines. First of all, I will explain you the difference between mechanism and machines. Okay, so I am writing definition. First of all, I will write definition of mechanism. Mechanism. Mechanism is a combination. Mechanism is a combination of number of bodies, usually rigid. Number of bodies assembled in such a way that the motion of one causes constrained and predictable motion to the others is known as mechanism. Okay, see here, I am going to draw one diagram. I have four bodies and I have fixed one body. These bodies are connected by some joints. See, these four bodies are connected by joints. This one, two, three, four. So what is mechanism? Mechanism is a combination of number of bodies. I have arranged four bodies. We can increase number of bodies. There is no issue. So mechanism is a combination. So I have put here four bodies and I have assembled four bodies in such a way that motion of one body causes constrained and predictable motion to the other bodies. It means, what is constrained and predictable motion? It means there is a definite input and definite output will be there. If this second body is moving like this in this way, so the only one motion is there, so output, this body is also having one motion is there. So what is constrained and predictable motion? There, on a given input there will be a definite output. So this is our input and this is our output. So what is the function and purpose of mechanism? Now see here, thus the function of mechanism is to transmit and to modify a motion. Mechanism purpose is that mechanism is transmitting a motion. So mechanism is transmit a motion from this second body to this fourth body, and we can modify also a motion. If here I have fixed the body number 1, if I will fix the body number 2, then we can obtain different type of mechanism. Means their behavior is different, their motion is different as compared to fix the body 1. So this is the purpose of mechanism. Now I will explain you machine. What is machine? First of all, I'll write the definition here. A machine is a mechanism or a combination of mechanism which, apart from imparting definite motion to the parts, also transmits and modifies the available energy into some kind of desired work output. So what is machine? Machine is a mechanism or a combination of mechanisms. So with the help of machine, we can convert one energy into other form of energy. It means mechanism only can transmit a motion, but machine can give us work output also. So I will explain you with the help of an example. See here, I will explain you. This is a reciprocating engine. So in reciprocating engine, this smallest body is termed as crank, and this one is connecting rod, and here slider is there. So slider can slide in cylinder, that is called as piston. This is the diagram of reciprocating engine, which is used in automobiles nowadays. This is reciprocating engine. So what is happening here in this engine? If I will move this crank in clockwise direction like that, so what will happen? In the output position, the slider will be moving like this in this position. So this is our mechanism. This whole thing is mechanism, because if crank is rotating, so what is the conversion here? Rotation to reciprocation. If crank is rotating, then slider is reciprocate. So this is our mechanism, because it is transmitting motion from crank to slider or piston. Now here, if I will put here, some valve mechanisms, and can make combustion inside the cylinder. If valve is there and combustion will be takes place inside the cylinder, then it will convert available heat energy from gases, so available heat energy from gases into desired work output. So work output will be getting at our crankshaft, and that from crankshaft our axles will be connected, and from axles our wheel will be connected. So wheel will be rotated and our vehicle will move. So that time it will work as a machine. So machine is a mechanism or a combination of mechanism which gives definite work output, but mechanism will not give any work output. Mechanism only can transmit or modify a motion. Now this is our machine. I will write some examples here. Example of mechanism: typewriter, spring toys, watches, etc. Here there is no work output because here we have to overcome their frictional resistance, and that is very less as compared to work output. Means work output is very less here. And I will write examples of machine: reciprocating pump, reciprocating compressor, reciprocating engine, etc. Okay, now now I am going to explain you the important one, that is structure. What is structure? A structure is also a combination of rigid bodies connected by joints, but its purpose is not to do work or to transform motion. Structure is very important. I am going to explain you more. It can perhaps be moved from place to place and is movable in this sense of word. However, it has no internal mobility, no relative motion between its various members. Whereas both machines and mechanisms do. What is the difference between machine and structure? In machine, there is a combination of bodies, and all the bodies are connected by joints. But in machine, the all the bodies can move. There is an internal mobility is there and their relative motion is there. But what about structure? Structure is like that and a mechanism is like that. This is mechanism and this is structure. In structure also bodies are there, different bodies are there. In mechanism also different bodies are there. But what is the difference? These bodies will not move. These bodies will not move in structure 1, 2 and 3. But in mechanism these bodies can move. So in mechanism there is an internal mobility is there. Relative motion between the various bodies will be there in mechanism. But in structure there will not be any internal mobility or relative motion between the bodies. So a structure can be placed anywhere by lifting them. So in this sense we can tell the structure is moving. Okay. Now I'm going to write an important line. The term structure is to statics as the term mechanism is to Kinematics, as the term machine is to kinetics, means structure cannot move, so we refer structure as statics, and mechanism can move, but in mechanism only geometrical point of view we can tell. We can study only geometrical point of view, means displacement, acceleration, velocity, these things will be there. And in the term of machine it is kinetics, because force also will be there in the machine, because it can perform work output. So this is very important in terms of mechanics. Now the important thing is difference between a machine and a structure. First point, the parts of a machine move relative to one another, whereas the members of a structure do not move relative to one another. Now second point is a machine transforms the available energy into some useful work, whereas in a structure transformed into useful work. Next point, the bodies of a machine may transmit both power and motion, while the members of a structure transmit forces only. This is the very important difference. It can ask you in various examinations. Means machines parts can move relative to one another. It means there is an internal mobility is there. Relative motion between the various parts of a body is possible. But in the structure, internal mobility is not there. Now second point is machine can transform some useful energy into work. I have explained you earlier that reciprocating engine. In this, gas forces will be acting on piston, then piston will move downward and upward. So from with the help of connecting rod, our crankshaft will be rotating, and if crankshaft will be rotating, then our vehicle wheel will be rotating, engine vehicle will move. So it is converting into mechanical work. But in structure, no energy is transformed will be there. It will not do any work. It is stationary. Next point is machine can transmit both power and motion. Both. Mechanism only transmit motion, but machine can transmit both power and motion. But structure will transmit only forces. It can bear load and transmit forces with the help of various bodies. That is the structure. Okay. Now come to our next topic. Next topic is kinematic link. kinematic link. Now first of all, what is this kinematic link? Every part of a machine which is having some relative motion with respect to some other part, so that part is known as link. And if the motion is constrained or predictable motion, then we called that body or that link as a kinematic link. So everyone listen about bolts and nuts. Everyone knows about bolts and nuts. Bolt is like in this shape. This is bolt, and some threads are there on the bolt. These helical threads are there, and in this our nut is there, and threads also in nut also. So this is our bolt and this is our nut. So we can call as bolt as a link, and nut is also as a link. And if they both will met each other, then they can make a pair. Okay, so we are discussing only about link. So this is our body. In this, four bodies are there. So in this, these are called as link. This is one link, this is second link, this is third link, this is fourth link. Because in first and second, some relative motion will be there between first and second. Some relative motion will be there between second and third. Some relative motion will be there between third and fourth. Some relative motion will be there between fourth and one. So these are called as links. Bolt is one link, nut is one link because there is some relative motion between bolt and nut. So relative motion will be there, then that body is called as link. Okay, I am writing here the definition. Every part of a machine which is having some relative motion with respect to some other part is known as kinematic link or simply link. Okay, I can give you one more example, then you can understand very well. I will draw here one reciprocating engine. So this one is our crank, this one is our piston rod, this one is our connecting rod, and this one is our piston. Piston can slide in a cylinder. Okay, so here this crank is our one link, this connecting rod is our one link. So what I am going to tell, that this is crank and this is connecting rod. So between crank and connecting rod, some relative motion will be there. And if and in the machine, one part means crank, one part of a body is having relative motion with respect to some other part. That body is called as kinematic link or simply link. Okay. Second, third will be saying as piston. So there is also relative motion between second and third. So these are also called as links. So this is our link. Okay, now important point is, it is not necessary for a link to be a rigid only, but it is necessary for a link to be a resistant body so that it is capable of transmitting power from one body to the other. This is the concept of resistant body and rigid body. So what is rigid body? If one body is there like this, and we will take two positions of the particles. So I am going to apply the load here. If the distance will not change between these two particles, then that body is called as rigid. So in the reference to theory of machines, we are saying that rigid body doesn't exist in real life. Only resistant bodies will be there. We can call it as resistant body. So I am going to explain you the difference between those, and this is the very important concept. Rigid and resistant body. See here, a body is said to be rigid if under the action of forces it does not suffer any distortion, or the distance between two particles will not changed. Now next is resistant bodies are those which are rigid for the purposes they have to serve. What do you mean by resistant bodies? Like, I'm going to explain you one example. I will take one chair. Example, I chair is there. This chair is made for only one person. So for one person, this chair is rigid, because if one person will sit on this chair, it will not deform. If 100 persons will be sit or stand on this chair, then it will definitely distort. Its shape will be definitely distort, so relative position of the particles will be changing here. So we can't say that real rigid bodies exist in real life. Rigid body doesn't exist in real life because the relative position will change. So resistant bodies, what do you mean by resistant bodies? Resistant bodies are those bodies which are rigid for the purposes they have to serve. Means this chair is made only for one person. So what is the purpose of chair? That one person can sit on this chair. This is the purpose of chair. So for this purpose of chair, the chair is rigid. The chair is rigid because relative position will not change if one person will sit there. So we called as resistant body, because resistant bodies are those bodies which are rigid for the purposes they have to serve. Okay, some bodies are also there, like belt, chain. I am going to write some example here. A belt is rigid when subjected to tensile forces, not compressive forces. Therefore, the belt drive acts as a resistant body because it can serve its purpose. It can transmit easily power. If belt is rigid, then it can transmit power. Otherwise, belt will not transmit power. So it will not act as a resistant body. Fluid can also act. Fluid can also act as a resistant body when it is under compressive forces. You all know about that IC engine, automobile subjects. In this, one brake assembly is there. So hydraulic brake assembly is there, hydraulic press is there. In all the things, we can use fluid for transmitting power from one side to the other side. So if fluid will be compressed, then motion or power will be transmitted to the other side. Therefore, fluid can act as a resistant body because it can serve their purpose for a rigid. So these belt and chain can be considered as a link only in tension, not in compression.